Peace, y'all. Greetings. Good evening. Good morning to the family in the Asian market, and to the family in the UK. Grand Rising. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all 7 hours and whatnot. Peace to the family. Somebody said Phil. What's really good, y'all? How's everybody doing on this Wednesday evening? Powernomics. That's what's up. Powernomics. How has Powernomics helped you in 2021 for the Powernomic people out there? Am I fasting? Yes, I am. I've been fasting through the whole winter, actually. I've been fasting since I came back from Puerto Rico. I shed a little bit of weight, you know what I mean? Got rid of toxins. And then I started putting back on, going to the gym and eating a little bit better than I was eating before. And just taking a break, you know what I mean? Getting out of the way, just removing myself from the hamster wheel. You know what I'm talking about? Any water? Yeah, but a lot of sea moss. A lot of sea moss. And really just a lot of rest. You know what I'm talking about? A lot of rest. Because you could burn out. On this marathon, you could really burn out, I promise you. And I've seen it happen to other people. And I remember I've been on the brink of burnouts. You know what I mean? I've been on the brink of a burnout. And when you when you're on the brink of a burnout, you could have like a nervous breakdown. You know what I mean? You could have a breakdown. You know what I'm saying? If life throws something too heavy at you, that shit could knock you down. So it's very important to take time out and refocus, recharge, and realign yourself. Life in it of itself, it don't need no extra help. 2020 and 2021, just the curveballs that the fucking did just life throws at everybody. Some of us have relatives that are fighting the COVID. Some of us has lost loved ones. Some of us can't even see people that we love like that because of this COVID-19. Some of us have lost valuable things to us, and then some of us is just on the edge. So you could have a nervous breakdown fucking with just society. When I go to New York and I pay attention to what's going on out there, it looks like a lot of people suffered mentally. We're almost on a year's anniversary in March. We're almost we're on the heels of a year since we all been underneath this psyops, the psychological operation that they're calling a pandemic that has been found out to be a plandemic. It's almost a year, and this shit feels like 5 years. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it feels very, very, very stretched out. Yeah, New York needs a lot of sea moss. I know. They need a lot of fucking sea moss. New York needs a lot of sea moss, bro. It's heavy out there. It's heavy out there. Like, they emptied out the mental institutions. They emptied out the homeless shelters. They emptied out the jails. Remember, they started letting mad niggas go home. Right? The brother who was posted about Powernomics, you writing a lot. I would rather just have a conversation with you. How could we apply powernomics to the new market that we're in 2021? And, you know, I just want to have that conversation because there's a lot of people that are touting financial awareness. There's a lot of people in this new space that are saying, yo, I'm rich. Like a lot of black young niggas is pulling up and they're like, yo, I got rich off of selling courses to people and I got rich. You know what I mean? It's a lot of young, rich black men, but nobody is saying I got this from Powernomics. You feel me? I was watching a video today, Earn Your Leisure, and they had a young brother up there talking about cryptocurrency and he didn't know what he was talking about. You know what I'm talking about? Not to say that he didn't know what he was talking about, but he was not an expert on cryptocurrency. He knew the surface. He knew basic shit. And these are the people that are out here, and no offense to the brother at all, none whatsoever. Salute to that brother, salute to Earn Your Leisure, salute to everybody out here that is teaching our people and giving our people the game, right? That's important. But a lot of these young teachers, they're not saying, yo, shout out to Claude, Dr. Claude, he got me rich. He helped put me on. I'm following the blueprint. They're not saying that, you know? And the way that this new market is being set up, like I'm really sitting down studying for this class tomorrow. I'm deep diving into a lot of information and I'm like, is that in Powernomics? You know? You said it has nothing to do with money. It has to do with mind state. True indeed. That's what you're saying. And wealth is the external proof of inner riches. True indeed. I do agree with you. I do agree with you. However, I'm talking about when Dr. Claude Anderson puts out the chart where he's like, black people are doomed to be, at the bottom of the bottom of the bottom. And in 10 years, 20 years, our family households are not going to have that much money. To be honest with you, I feel like that statement right there is outdated and the tides have turned. I don't think going into the future, our people are going to be fucked up like that. They getting back on their money game. They're becoming financially literate, and it's almost like the new thing to do. People will shame you if you just blowing money and whatnot. People will shame you if you just throwing money away and using it. And I'm talking about the culture. The young niggas, they'll look at you like you goofy if you just throwing your money around. Peace, King.
Peace and blessings, brother. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Man, this one of the best book that I ever received in my life, man.
I appreciate that, man. That's what's up.
I had to tag you in it.
Yes, yes, yes. So,
I had to tag you in it, man. I've been following you guys for a minute, man. Man, I came a long way, man. I just learned. It's me just going to school, and I didn't learn in school.
right.
I just been It's me just going to work, man, going back and forth to work, and I just see that it's more of my people
You know,
working. You know what
you,
I'm saying?
yeah, we belong to the invisible institution. We belong to a new form of college. That's the online university and whatnot.
Exactly.
We don't need no degrees like that. We could deep dive
Exactly.
into YouTube and the internet. Like that's a whole new
That's right.
alternative.
We got the whole library on our phone, and most people don't realize that.
Yeah, yeah. And then
But I can say, I'm sorry for cutting you off,
I
but I can say that, man, it's a rise up, man. I'm born and raised out of Atlanta.
shout out to
I grew up.
knowing you out of
I came from Southwest Atlanta, Black Mecca, Atlanta, 1980s Atlanta.
SWAT.
It's
Yeah.
better late because I mostly grew up around those type of people like you, and I got people like you that's family members and shit like that. Um, Grandfather, he's a
Okay.
small as you
Yeah,
can see.
no doubt.
But to make long story short, I ain't trying to hold you up. I just wanted to make a quick rundown, man, of what I just learned about how they do everything, man. Just like as far as in credit, like I just realized, I like, damn, why I can't do that with my own people? Like, get me a credit. Like, why can't my people say, okay, well, he can invest in me, but me growing up in the hoods or whatever, I always knew how to, you know what I mean?
Right, right.
I already knew how to
Make it happen.
set up shop.
Right.
And make long story short, man, I had to switch up the concept. I learned from a friend. My friend, he was posting it on Instagram and shit. And once I started getting into it, I like, you know what? Everything's starting to come together.
That's right.
Because even me going through it as a young kid and then growing up into it, it's like, damn, I'm born in the middle of a war and I'm living in a real life Monopoly game.
Right, right.
So that's one thing. It's a lot of realizations that I've been going throughout the years of being young and just as I got older throughout the years. So I just don't want my kids and I don't want I'm just tired of seeing my people going through that shit. That's why I want us to get into it, not just about the money, it's about being aware and being in control of it, man. Because once we get on that, it's over with.
I would
And
say,
we doing it.
yeah, I would say that it's more mind state than anything. You know, money is not the root to everything. Like money is a byproduct of good
Exactly.
relationships, good business, and services. Right. Supply and demand.
Hmm.
It's the mind state. And I would say that because our culture during the quote unquote crack era
Hmm.
was so narco minded, you know,
Hmm.
take an eighth, flip it, don't trust nobody. You really
Hmm.
can't have partners like that. You really the relationships that you build are expendable because you don't know if a nigga gonna cross you or not.
Hmm.
And man, or a person who you've built your whole empire with could disappear just like that with a case, get shot, get locked up, be on the run. So
Hmm.
there's no stability in that mind state. That mind state is microwavable. That mind state is I'm gonna blow it tonight because I might go tomorrow. I got court tomorrow.
Hmm.
You feel me?
Exactly.
Or I can't
Hmm.
hide this money in the house because them jack boys might come and get me. So I'm gonna make a
Hmm.
movie in a strip club and I'm gonna blow all of this money on who? On some I'm gonna throw some singles at some strippers. And
Right.
that's become a staple, not just in the South, everywhere that you turn because the culture
Hmm.
has been exported. So the mind state of saving, the mind state of compounding, saying, you know what are we gonna do in 2030? I don't want to talk your head off right now.
No, no, you
Talk,
know what? You know what? A
not,
lot of people,
no, I'm just saying. I'm not even talking to you. I'm just saying. That was like
uh,
a figure of speech. Whereas a person could be like, I'm not gonna talk you to death this year. What we're
hmm
gonna do is we're gonna create an investment group and we're gonna save up. We're gonna put 2025 on the calendar. You know what I mean?
hmm
And we're gonna save up. It's compound our interest, and we're gonna start saving up. We're gonna buy into these stocks. We're gonna buy
hmm
into cryptos. We're gonna buy these
That's right.
NFTs. We're gonna buy. We're gonna create digital art. We're going to even teach our young children how to get into these spaces because there's websites online like Decentraland and everything. The shit look
Hmm.
like a video game.
Hmm.
It's set up like Roblox. And
Hmm.
children, right, real talk, children could go, teenagers, the same ones that's sitting in front of the fucking Fortnite all day. They could
Hmm.
plug in and get to the motherfucking bag, the real bag. So all I'm saying is I feel that the mind state initially, and I'm not blaming anybody, it's just a growth process. But the mind state, especially like you were saying, when you go to work and then all you see is our people as the fucking help. You know what? You know when I go to the mall in Atlanta, I used to go to Lennox back in the days. Pause before the takeover. And I
Mm-hmm.
go into the food court or I go into some of the stores and I'm like, yo, our people, they just using our people like the help. You know what I mean? Like these, they don't, they're not managers. They're not running shit. They just got them behind the counters. You know what I mean? Like all of this stuff, and people aspire to work at Linux or Phipps. You know what I mean? Or Greenbrier. They aspire to have a job because that's how the parents, they push us to say, yo, you got to have a job or you can't stay in this house.
How do you feel when if somebody say like, well, give a fuck till you don't have to give a fuck no more? When they say as far as in working and things like that, like, well, I be like, man, I'm just gonna give a fuck till I don't have to give a fuck. I really don't like to put up with people
Right,
mess, but my goal is to give a fuck while I don't have to give a fuck. So that's why I want to go. I want to continue to get these little checks
right.
and put it and throw them all on stocks because it's better late that I learned about this shit. But I already knew about this shit, but I just didn't know how to get
Get to it.
get there.
Right, right, right.
So now that's what if I know that I'm doing it. I know there's a lot of more of us doing it. And just like when X and King said, he said, if you kill one of us, it's gonna be a million more of us coming.
That's
It's
right.
gonna if you kill one of us, it's gonna be another million and millions of us coming. And I really think they're in trouble, man. They
Look,
we rising up.
when they took Nipsey out, whether it
Yes, sir.
whether the FBI put Shitty Cuz or whatever that man's name is up to the task to do it, but
Mm-hmm.
when they did what they did and made that and martyred that man or took his
Mm-hmm.
life at a time when he was on upward mobility, they could
Mm-hmm.
be in Nipsey's by doing that.
Right.
You feel me? They created millions of Nipseys when they went ahead and assassinated Malcolm X, the black
Mm-hmm.
born out of that.
Mm-hmm.
The militant aspect of our people finally saying, nah, fuck that. We're gonna pick some weapons up and we're gonna be on some real militant shit. We're
Mm-hmm.
we're taking the Malcolm X route. We ain't going with the turn the cheek. Niggas is not gonna stick they
Mm-hmm.
snuff me in front of my wife.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know,
That's right.
that was something that I feel the government actually feared because there's some people right now that they would love to kill, but they understand.
Oh yeah, they do it. They trying to do that. They trying to date, man. I'm talking about, man, this crazy. They trying to do that now, and they think that we stupid. We ain't going for it. Not this generation. They done messed up now. Especially when you get the right people in it. They're really on it.
That's right. I mean, with the
Once it get into a black man hand, it's over with.
yeah, because once we get a taste of this what we supposed like our this generation is getting a taste of what it feels like to live, right? During the
Right.
now, check it out. People are now off the hamster wheel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because the initial hamster wheel had you only going on vacation once a year, you know,
Yes, they have.
add bills, you just working to pay bills type of shit. You locked into a 9 to 5, so it's hard to focus on your craft. But with the COVID lockdown, now multiple a large percentage of work is at home. They've created.
Mind control, ain't it?
I mean, it's a form of mind control with the whole mask and all of this other crazy shit. But
Mm-hmm.
the other side to it was it freed our people up to explore themselves, their craft, and the aspect of the government telling people, yo, you on your own. You know,
Mm-hmm.
we don't know. We just wear a mask. That's the only thing we can help you with. People was like, fuck that. We're gonna get into our own remedies. So
Mm-hmm.
more people start going on vacation to see the world. I don't
Mm-hmm.
think niggas take pictures in the snow this winter. Everybody's in Miami and Tulum. I'm like, I need a tan. You know what I mean? But I'm chilling right now. I'm not gonna be. I'm gonna stay still. And
Mm-hmm.
everybody's on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Parents are with their children. They're bonding with the family members and everything, and they're getting to their motherfucking bag by believing in themselves. So,
Mm-hmm.
the thing that you can't do to a people once they get a taste of freedom is put them
Mm-hmm.
back into some type of bondage. Motherfuckers is not going back after this.
Mm-hmm.
This is a cultural shift that's taking place that not just black people, the whole world is getting a taste of entrepreneurship.
Mm-hmm.
Where does the economy fare in a place where everybody is now? Because now stocks is something that niggas know about, right?
Mm-hmm.
So who's after us, right? Keep this in mind.
It's
In order
they. It's they. I call them they. I call them they. Those four letters, they.
they,
That's what I call them. I
right,
call them they. That's why I tell most of my friends now. I say, pay attention to those letters, those words that you say.
they,
They kill. They always doing this. They always doing that. They always. They out to get you.
right.
And
They,
and
the theys.
yes, sir. You know it. You know it. So, man, I'm just, man, Phil, man, it's just a blessing, man. I'm able to talk to you, man, and just be able to release, just feel like, you feel like a release, man. It's just so much work, man, we got to do, man. This shit ain't over with, man. Especially when what I'm 33.
Oh,
I'm 33.
salute.
So it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. But I can say it has its pros and cons
Yeah,
because,
I'm at 33, you know? And I promise you, before that, when I went through my midlife crisis at 30, I was like lost in the middle of an ocean, bro. I
hmm
I remember the crisis clearly. I was in the projects in Brooklyn eating peanut butter, watching. I had a stack of DVDs like this tall, just watching, trying to figure out what the fuck am I doing with my life, you know? And when my son came at 33, I got my answer. You know what I'm saying? Like it made everything clear for me. I had no more questions whatsoever. I knew what my purpose was. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And that was in '07. So it's like where you at right now is a beautiful age, bro. And for you to be on your pursuit and you just experienced that book. How
Uh, I I had I've been going through this capitalism boot, living in this monopoly game, just more realizations. And I've been ever since I was a child, I've been hearing. I grew up around. I'm in Atlanta, Black Milk. That's enough said right now. I'm around I'm at the West End. Phil, you come down. You be down here in Atlanta. You shoot, man. Man, this is like,
West?
I don't know what it is. It's like Wakanda. I can't say it's like Wakanda, but we woke down here. We ain't playing no games.
Oh,
We
nah.
we going hard,
Even the hood
and we
folk. You know what
we we going
I be going to
we going
they woke in the West End Mall.
yes, sir. West End. I'm talking about all through the West End. That's what we be linking up. I be having to link up with a whole bunch of brothers that we be linking up talking. I'm talking about we probably be talking about some crazy stuff, but once we talk about those stocks,
Right,
it's over with.
right,
We have small little groups, like we just be chopping it up with each other, man, because we don't be focusing on marijuana stocks. We be focusing on technology and stuff like that, and Tesla and all those. And I'm just now starting to learn about option trading. That's the only one that I really don't want to mess around with, but I'm into Dogecoin.
right.
I like Bitcoin, but I think I'm kind of hip to Dogecoin.
I mean that's something that you pump and dump. Are you familiar with NFTs? The num-
NFT,
that's the art.
is that on Coinbase?
Well, no, NFTs is a certain type of asset. It's called non-fungible tokens, and that's basically
hmm
digital art, selling trading cards. They're booming. They're selling LeBron cards for like 30, 40, 50,000. They're selling artwork. This is on Ethereum blockchain.
Look into NTF, brother.
Yeah, look into ETF and look into the NFTs. Um, One of the things that I'm gonna do when I come back to Atlanta, when I come to the West End, is I'm gonna be doing weekly classes about stocks, trading, options, crypto, all of the things that are dealing with the wealth transfer. I'm gonna be in the hood Bringing in experts and helping my brothers and sisters. Matter of fact, there's a brother by the name of Tyrain. He's doing something. I inbox you when you get off of this. I want you to inbox me because I want to gift you a ticket to my workshop tomorrow night. I want to give it to you off on. I want to give you a comp. You be in VIP, my nigga, and
Okay.
because what I'm dealing with tomorrow is I'm going to be giving out 100 income streams, right? 100 different income streams, and I'm also going to be talking about the passion economy. So if I share something with you, you could share it with your and somebody will benefit off of that. You know what I'm talking
That's a must.
about? Yeah.
That's mandatory.
Then I'm gonna drop the flyer that my bro Tyrain is doing something at Tassili's on the 27th, and he gets busy with the information. He got a lot of information. So
Nice.
the more we share this information from the bottom up, is the more we are gonna move forward collectively. Because I promise you, this is the and if you peep stocks, if you peep
Mhm.
crypto, peep this new whole game that's being created. This is about the collective.
Mhm.
This don't got nothing to do with the individual.
Mhm.
About the same way that niggas is gang and they moving deep and everything and everybody's moving, everybody calling each other twin and they their brother. Yeah, well, let's move these stocks together. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
See, that's what it feel. It's speaking of what it just been thoughts just coming in my head because I don't want to forget to bring certain things up that been on my mind, man. It's like it's crazy that they used to give what they learn through this book, man, and just already knowing, and it just really just spoke every single word out my mouth. I really just me reading it,
right,
it makes me so mad to the point it's like you know what I'm saying? What they it's like what they do to you, man, how they buy you out, man, and sit and sell you, man, and they did in the education and how they did my parents and the parents before me because they had hand-me-down books.
right, straight up.
They had hand-me-down books, and that's what kind of bothers me. I'm like, dang, what was going on with my parents? So I think like, well, it ain't my parents' fault. It ain't my parents' fault. It's not my grandmother's fault. It's not my grandmother's fault on certain situations or what I've been going through in my life. You know, I think that the brainwash, the mind control is so deep to the point where it's man.
Show them the book real quick, King, because they're interested in your book. The fam they want to grab that. That's Powernomics by Dr. Claude Anderson. For anybody not familiar, I want to share with you what you were saying a minute ago. I would say to you that my father, he gave me the game about what happened with civil rights. All right, the innovator. That's another dope one. Innovator. Yeah, I mean. And when I come back to the I would love for you to teach, you know, what you've interpreted or what you learned from reading those books. You know what I mean? I would love for you to do a workshop, and just give an interpretation from what you are walking away from with those books. You know what I mean?
It's emotional. It's emotional. It's emotional. It's how you take it. It's how you take that. It's how you take it. You know what I'm saying? Because it can blow your mind, man. It can take you places, man.
As the
It can take you places.
as does any great book, you know, it taps into an emotional aspect, even fear, and it could cause anxiety because you be like, damn, we gotta hurry up because there ain't no more time left. And
Yes, man. God damn. Don't say that, Phil. God damn. That's the thing. Look, that's what I'm saying, Phil, man. Look, they already building robots.
but look,
They already
all right.
they are
They,
maybe I'm talking too much. Maybe I'm talking too much.
this is the flip. They building robots, but there's something called decentralized autonomous, DOA, right? Decentralized autonomous organizations, right?
Repeat that to me one more time.
DOA, like DAO, like DAO. D
Okay.
O, I mean DAO, decentralized autonomous
Okay.
organizations. Yes.
Organizations.
And what those are, King, is the future of business, right? Imagine Amazon.com fully automated. Imagine the post office fully automated to whereas they created a code. It's decentralized. There's no leader. There's no CEO. There's no, there's no hierarchy. There's no ladder.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
They spread it. It's decentralized. It's autonomous. They're including automation in the process. Want to break it to you, but we're already in the automated zone. We're AI, if you go to any place where they build cars, anywhere where machinery is operating, that's a level of AI. You know what I mean? But as we move to what is known as the Web 3.0, there's certain things that we have to adapt to because it is changing quickly. And we would fare better if because we're not behind the curve as it's the bus is turning. All we got to do is turn with it. So
Mm-hmm.
what is known as Web 3.0. That's why you got the rise of the blockchain. That's why it is the rise of crypto. And after that, you're going to see the Internet of all things. They're going to squeeze 6G in there. They're going to do a lot of things because they're going to need all of those things in order for this shit to really do what it does. But right now, as it stands, we're in the throes of the financial reset. You know what I mean? Through the crypto and through the digital dollar. But it's bigger than the digital dollar. Digital
Exactly.
art,
Talk to me.
NFTs, digital art. So a person who's online, who's been a fucking there's a little kid, bro. There's a child. He's like a teenager. He's selling his artwork for 10 racks, 20 racks, 13.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? Right on display. And
Mm-hmm.
we're in a place where artists are now going to get the money that they deserve. Rappers
Mm-hmm.
are going to get the money that they deserve.
That deserve.
Digital
Mm-hmm.
real estate is booming right now. You dig what I'm saying? Um, the crypto.
DoorDash.
If a person was investing for 10 years and they go into 2021, they're rich for just holding coins. They didn't have to have no specific skill. They didn't have to have, they didn't have to come from a rich family. They didn't have
Mm-hmm.
nobody, they didn't have to do anything physical. They just was an early adopter and they understood what the technology was and then they invested. You
Mm-hmm.
know, you didn't have to invest big. You could have let that shit compound, stack up. You could have just invested $100 a month and you'll be insanely rich. So we are moving into a place where opportunity is multiplying. When opportunity multiplies, then the situation that we find ourselves in previously begins to change automatically. So my whole thing is there's a changing of the guard going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
Painful, right? The same way the birth is painful. Birth is painful, it's bloody, it's painful, it's strenuous. So there's a lot of things that are uncomfortable in society right now. But on
Mm-hmm.
the flip side of that, there's a lot of birth taking place. There's a lot of new ideas sprouting. There's a lot of new concepts that are not going anywhere. The blockchain and crypto is not going anywhere. They're trying,
It's not.
but it ain't going nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? It's been rooted. It took about 10 years, but it's grown its roots and things are going to sprout from that. So
Mm-hmm.
it's my position that our people are in a better place now. You need to just really focus. Your skills are going to pay the bills. That's what the passion economy is about. The shit that you good, you need to perfect that. And you need to get your bread off it. You need to build up your brand. Branding is everything right now.
Mm-hmm.
Wear your fucking name on your hat, on your goddamn sleeve, on the back of your jacket, on your book bag. You do it. Brand yourself because everybody is trying to brand themselves. Become a fucking brand. You could sell coffee. You could sell tea. You could sell hats. You could sell socks. You could sell t-shirts. You could sell a fucking vape pen with your name on it. Whatever you want to do, you can fucking do it if you build your brand. So that's some of the things that, I'm going to be talking about tomorrow in detail and whatnot to give people, a better outlook on what the future holds. Because I wish somebody gave me this information 10 years ago. You know what I'm talking about?
Hmm. I wish somebody gave me this information 20 years or 10 years ago.
Well, you only 33, my nigga. Like you're you had a good point. You had a good.
I just think I'm really one thing I can say that I'm blessed. I'm thankful that we learning financial literacy and we being financial aware. We knowing what it does and what it, you know, some people use these tools for, good, or, some people use these tools for bad things, for other, but I'm just glad that we getting on and we doing it, because I really want these jobs to, more employment, make their ass big for us kings and queens for to come work for them. Boost up the pay. Give
Well,
me $50, $50 an hour, $50 or $100 an hour.
I
I
want
want them to big.
I want
I
them.
want them.
Yeah, I want them to get put out of business by melanated businesses. I want them to feel nervous when niggas pull up. I want their stocks to crash because we took over. You understand? And I wanna be able to say to the brothers and sisters who got, who were looked over because they had black names or because a nigga had a charge on his jacket or some stupid shit. Like, no niggas. You know what I mean? Every nigga's a star. That's our concept. And at the end of the day, because of what our people went through and because of the trauma that many of us have endured up into these fucking days, that, we owe it to ourselves to put on. You know what I mean? Like I
Do
royally,
you think?
royally
Do you think that's why a lot of people are single?
say it again.
Do you think that is another reason why a lot of us blacks are single?
Going back to what I was saying earlier, for the re-examination of the culture, and the ethos
Hmm.
culture is very dominant. The ethos
Hmm.
culture, we are controlled by anthems and by the quote unquote the temperature of the culture, and the culture is telling niggas fuck bitches and get money, and nothing changed ever since they put that out there. You know what I mean? Before that is we don't let them hoes. Then it was fuck bitches get money. Now the girls got their own anthem with the city girl type of thing, and even though there may be people that are like, I don't listen to that, I'm not into that. What I'm saying is the culture, it is dominating, it's domineering, it's all encompassing to a degree. So when women say that with the dating pool is like not what's up, a woman is out there, she's in her 40s, she's dating a nigga in his 40s, and he's trying
Hmm.
to pull Dirk on a date. You know what I mean? Like he's trying to act
Hmm.
teenager. He's still in his teenager mind in a sense. Then a brother might have his shit together, but he's not trying to, some men is just trying to hit. You know what I mean?
Right.
We're in this hypersexualized environment where, men and women, really just want to get their rocks off. And because,
Mm.
quote unquote, because religion fucked us up and had us suppressing our sexual appetites, niggas is scared to bust a nut if they not married and shit. You know what I mean? You bust a nut, then you look at Jesus on the wall like, I just had to, You know what I mean? Like they got us thinking that there's some
Yeah.
cloud looking at us when we get busy and whatnot. So
Hmm.
we still have a lot of storing. There's a lot of pain in our communities. Like I said, because of the crack era, there was a lot of trauma. There's a lot of pain. A lot of people have not been able to heal from shit like that. Niggas got
Hmm.
up when they were young. There's a lot of trauma. There's a lot of pain. There's a lot of hyper masculinity. All of these
Hmm.
things are factored in. And brothers like the brother Kevin, what's his name? Kevin Samuel, the dude who keeps talking crazy to the ladies and whatnot. And all of the there's like a big pop up of like lifestyle coaches, like dating coaches, and like there's the sister Love Dorsey. She's a black woman. You know, she talk her shit. You know what I mean? She
Mm-hmm.
it. And there's there's a lot of women and brothers that are out there just giving people the kind of advice. And when I read the comments sometimes, it's like people are not used to hearing that real fucking talk from people sometimes. They used to
I be
they used to the fake, they used to the princess fairy tale. They used to Roman antics. They used to soap opera type shit. Or they used to the shit that they saw Love and Hip Hop.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so when we get our affairs in order, right? Meaning that, and remember, economics is a burden on many relationships. Economics has been a burden on many relationships. When I see a lot of uh, women who just have had children, like, they pushing the baby carriage, father's not there. A lot of that has to do with economics, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Not to say
Yeah.
only reason, but that shit bears down. So to see black families now, each one got a brand. The mama got a brand. The baby is selling fucking baby clothes. The father,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? He got a brand. And then the family is working together. Mama makes sea moss, fucking sea moss soaps and everything. The baby is selling cloth diapers. The father, he got his thing going. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
that's, to be honest with you, because integration fucked us up, right? Like I was gonna say,
Mm-hmm.
father,
Integration.
yeah,
There you go.
father explained with the civil rights generation when they integrated, they fell off in a sense. They thought that they was on because they was
Mm-hmm.
changing clothes, niggas got jobs and shit, they got credit cards,
Mm-hmm.
niggas felt
Mm-hmm.
fell off because they got integrated into a system that initially was not, they didn't teach these niggas the stock market. They didn't
Yeah.
integrate them into NASDAQ.
At all.
They didn't integrate them into say, hey, here's some Coca-Cola shares. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they integrated them to say, you niggas could work for us. It's okay. You could sit on our buses, and instead of us building our own buses and buying our own fucking train lines and whatnot, we integrated into a flimsy ass, broken down, beat up system of society that was the shit was it was we was better off amongst ourselves. So where I see our culture going in the future, we're going to be more about ourselves. We're going to be more separated, and it's going to be family oriented, tribe oriented, clan oriented, and we're going to be autonomous, decentralized, autonomous organizations. We're not going to need the outside. We're not going to need anybody. We're going to be self-contained. We'll have our own tokens,
Mm-hmm.
own energy, and we'll be able to lay down our own type of rules. Look at what's happening with all of this COVID shit with the vaccine and all of this stuff, and they're not giving.
Yeah, they gonna try to throw all kind of COVID darts and daggers at you. They want us to they want us to be psyched out and manipulated through, they trying to try us again like they did us with the stupid church's chicken sandwich and shit. That's what they trying to do. They trying to psych us out.
Well, that's
And we ain't going for it.
yeah. Well, it's gonna work those who is meant to work against, and unfortunately, because I always say that because I don't want to be insensitive. There's a lot of people there who have loved ones and family members who have decided to go the route of trusting the Western medical industry. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And I
Mm-hmm.
don't judge nobody. But what I'm here to say is um, the ones who know better, they every day they're being pushed further out of this system. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like a bad relationship where you just keep getting pushed out the door. You know what I mean? You just keep getting repelled. So this relationship that we have with the United States of America is not one that's very healthy. And to be honest with you, I'm ready to dump this bitch. You know what I'm talking about? because to be honest with you, it's a lot of other it's some prospects out there that's waving at us. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they got Africa waving at us. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
The Caribbean is waving at niggas like, come over here.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point, I really know that in the next 10 years, going into the next 10 years, our community is definitely going to make something happen. It hasn't happened. I'm not even going to say that it hasn't happened
Yeah.
before, because revolution means to revolve. We need to revolve back to the 1800s when black people owned hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of acres. They had black towns. There was black inventors. They had black banks. Niggas was clean. You know what I'm talking about? Hopping out of the
Okay.
port cards and whatnot. They look very,
Mm.
you feel me? They was eating off of their land, and they had 20 to 30 children. You know, they were being fruitful and they were multiplying, and black men had gold and silver, and them things went off. They was protecting themselves. So we need to go back into that type of environment.
I just can't wait, man. I wanted to happen. Hey, man,
Or,
I'm down. I wanted to happen.
well,
I just don't like.
gotta gotta be one of the ones to make it happen.
Exactly.
You know, like don't miss out.
Because I don't want to just, I know that this, because us just going for stocks and crypto, I just know that it's more to it than that. It's not, it's more work to be done. It's not just, okay, we done learned about how to buy and sell stocks. Now, it's time for us to go ahead and do the next step.
Yeah,
I want to use, they know how to use mind control. We know how to use mind control too.
that's a fact. I feel that, it starts somewhere. Everything has a beginning, you know. So that's what studying the future is. That's why it's
Mhm.
beneficial, because there's things going down the pipeline that's going to be very beneficial, but we got to get on top of our game now so we have that learning curve. So when the opportunity presents itself, remember,
Mhm.
opportunity and knowledge go hand in hand. If you don't got knowledge of the opportunity, then it's staring you in your you're
Mhm.
about what the fuck is looking at you. And we hate what we don't understand. So, niggas hate cryptocurrency that don't got it. Not people that's holding it in their wallet. They don't got nothing to say. Niggas hate cryptocurrency that don't have it. You know what I'm talking about? Because they don't understand it. Therefore, they're willing to write it off and talk crazy about it and put fear on it. But we not trying to hear that dumb. We know what it is.
Exactly.
I'm from the streets. I know when a nigga bluffing me and when he's not. You know what I mean? So
That real.
that's how niggas was talking about Rolls Royces. Like, oh, that shit always breaks. I'm good. You know what I mean? I don't need that. I'll rather a Hellcat. Yeah, nigga. Yeah, right. You know what I'm talking about? I'm just saying that. You don't.
100,000, 100,000 ain't nothing. 200,000 ain't nothing. They trying to, man. It's more. It's so much, man.
It is
Because they.
like your generation and a generation. They're so money minded.
Yeah.
Like when I the people that I met in Forex, they was making real bags. These were 18.
Mhm.
These were 18 and 19 and 20-year olds. They understood that shit. It was they knew how to read the charts. Yeah, they get right to it. They wake up on they was waking up and hitting different markets. They said they 2 a.m. they get into the bag. 4 a.m. they get up at
Mhm.
they go to sleep at noon. Like they were getting to the bag, and they knew what they were doing. Um, the younger generation is more adept. You know, to them, $1 million is like a few thousand. That's why they're getting to faster, right?
Mhm.
How it's,
Mhm.
we create generations to be greater than us. You feel me?
Mhm.
In terms
Mhm.
of how they get to it, we do the heavy lifting so they don't have to. Like the Rosa Parks sat, so you know what I mean. So Obama could run all of that shit. You know, So
Yeah.
my message to the newer generation is niggas survived so you could thrive. We did the heavy lifting. We wore one pair of pants to school for a whole week. We did all of the suffering, niggas. Y'all don't have to.
That real.
About like, you know, the crack generation, the crack baby generation, they went through the traumas. They went through all of that. They went without having, so this newer generation can have. So we have to be able to teach them that, like, yo, we sacrificed a lot. So y'all don't just sit around and waste your fucking time. You little niggas
Mm.
around playing video games when y'all should be the ones making them. Nigga, we sat around and played all day so you didn't have to. So you niggas could put your face in the video game. You could be in the video game now.
Mm-hmm.
You know about Decentraland?
The Central Land.
Yeah, Decentraland.
Mm-mm.
Oof.
But I'm willing. You could tell me about it.
I'm just saying, it's a digital space. You know what I mean? It's like
Mhm.
it's a whole world.
Okay.
It's a
A whole nother world.
like Roblox. It's a whole new world, bro. All digital, and people is making buku dollars just being in that world. You know, invest in the Oculus Rift glasses, the virtual glasses. Invest in the halogens glasses because that's definitely the future. Virtual. You're gonna be in a whole. You're gonna be in immersive worlds where.
See, that's
Mhm.
See, that's where it is, Phil. Because he was just saying 80s and 90s babies came up playing with toys and action figures and stuff.
Yeah,
And that's just the same way how I was talking about earlier because they gave us hand-me-down books. And when we go to these white schools, they already had upper higher class new books that they learning and everything.
but
And it
yeah, and I don't mean to cut you. Go ahead.
you good, Phil. I'm my ears open.
With all of that being said, these same prep school and all of these other people, they still had to come to us, right? To get that
Mm-hmm.
source, to get that energy, to get that ether gas, you know what I mean, to make things move. Even though these white kids who have the information, they become the managers, they become the CEOs. They learn how to get to the big bag. And they say, well, I'm gonna throw these niggas a few nickels and whatnot, but they come from nothing, so the nickel looks like a quarter, whereas I'm a dollar. So
Mm-hmm.
the same thing that the brother said that we grew up playing toys and comic books, but the same toy
Mm-hmm.
comic books that we grew up playing, that's the new market right now. They monetize that. They made G.I. Joe a movie, Transformers a movie. All of the movies of this new generation was the shit that we were playing with. That's
They spoke it into existence.
huh?
They brought it into existence.
Well, what I'm saying is, yeah, they brought it into existence because they understood the demographics that they were bringing it into existence. They said, "Yo, these niggas grew up playing with these toys. Spider Man. We was reading Spider Man comic books. X Men.
Yeah.
That's all our shit.
Mhm.
Thanos, X Men, Avengers, Spider Man, Batman, Superman. All of that was before the video games. That was our entertainment as young children.
Mhm.
That's the shit that we was into, right? Um,
That's true.
Ultron, He-Man, all of these movies of all of these cartoons turned into movies. Then the movies,
Mm.
the video games. So they're monetizing our memories. They're monetizing our nostalgia. They're monetizing a demographics of us who they know these are locked in. So I'm just
Mhm.
saying all of that to say that characters, fantasy, shit that you create in your motherfucking mind, that is legacy. You know what I'm saying? That shit it's followed us throughout our whole lives. You know what I mean? It's followed us throughout
Mhm.
our whole lives. We was reading the comic book when we was teenagers. Then we start playing with the toy. Then they made it a video game. Then they made it a movie. Then they made it a reboot. So the shit gonna be with us until we die. So what is this the lesson in that whole thing?
Mhm.
Become a producer, right? Where the fuck are our He-Mans? Where are our cartoons? Where are our video games? The fantasy industry is a multi-trillion-dollar industry. The fantasy industry, cartoons, comic books, video games, movies. Do you know Grand Theft Auto is the highest selling piece of entertainment? It's the highest selling entertainment item ever. It sold more than any movie in the world. It sold more than any album in the world. It sold more than anything that you could think of. Comic books, movies, anybody could look that up. GTA 5, my nigga.
Mm-hmm.
So the fantasy industry is somewhere that our people need. I mean, we got great minds. We're very creative. We're very talented. You know, there's black artists all over the place. So
Mm-hmm.
start creating our own brands. Going back to what I was saying with branding, we have to look towards the future to say where are we gonna be at in 40 years. They're gonna have the video, the fucking the movies are gonna be holographic.
Mm-hmm.
We should start building our own Marvel comic universe right now, our own DC. Because they like, you know that Stan Lee said that he got Malcolm X and Martin Luther King was Professor X and Magneto, and people keep saying that, and I'm like, cool. So who the fuck is Dr. Umar then? You know what I mean? Or who
Mm.
Dr. Claude Anderson? What kind of character could create out of his archetype? What kind of character
Man.
create out of Dr. Sabi's archetype? You know,
Mm.
what character can you create out of Bobby Hemmitt's archetype? We have the archetypes, we have the personalities, we got the source material. We have to be the creatives to turn source material into gold.
Mm-hmm.
Game works. So, niggas is too busy being consumers and not producers. And that's where we that's where we come along and we're saying, no, we're gonna be producers. We're gonna produce our, we're gonna add value to people who we know that are already priceless. We're gonna add value. We're going to you know what I'm saying? We're going to immortalize our teachers by making them, quote unquote, by placing them into the fantasy industry. You know what I mean? We're going to make books about them. We're going to make comic books about them. We're going to make video games about them. We're going to turn this shit into what it's supposed to be. So that's just one way of express, because they're doing it with the rappers,
Mm-hmm.
you know? Somebody said we have to stop being comfortable in captivity. Okay, you know, I don't want to live uncomfortable. I just want to create. There's people who were creating things during World War I and II. Motherfuckers was in concentration camps creating shit. Our ancestors who are the inventors, they got the list of 100 inventors. They was doing that under stress and duress of white supremacy or Jim Crow and whatnot. So you know, we just gotta own some shit. We gotta grab this shit and own it. Stop, niggas is trying to get equity and pieces of the pie. We gotta bake our
Mm.
pie. And what I'm saying, the reason why we could do it is because we are in a day and age where you could do any fucking thing that you want on your as a team and free of any other entity that you don't want to be with their hands in your pie. Our parents wish that they could have, created. This is a reality that they didn't necessarily have at their fingertips. The reality that they had at the time that they had it felt like the greatest thing on the fucking planet to them. But they
Mm.
outgrow things. So the perspective that we looking at it, we're like, nah, this shit needs improvement. And we here to improve that shit.
They're real.
Real talk.
I'm on it, man. I've been reading. I've been doing a lot of reading. It's just a whole bunch of realization that I've just been going through these whole entire years of me living. And the more people, the more it get, the technologies got bigger and more information and more things is being exposed because it even before newspaper, it was more crazy shit that was going on to us before newspaper. So, you know, we seeing more things because even like my mom said, man, as you get old, as told me, hey, my son, as you get older, there's gonna be a lot of things that you gonna see that I ain't never seen in my life. You gonna go through, you gonna go through some things. You gonna have good times. You gonna have bad times. But I just want you to stay focused and stay innovative.
That's right.
Be aware.
She knew what she was talking about. Innovation is key to everything. She prepared you to not be surprised and not to be content and not to be comfortable. You feel me? And not to live off whatever she and everyone else who came before you did. She's like, yo, go out there and make this shit better than what we made it. You know what I'm talking about? Stand on our shoulders and keep building, my nigga. You know what I mean? Because that's the only way that we gonna move forward. That's the only way that we gonna move, and we got it. I'm telling, I already know, bro. Our people, we too lit. It's just that we distracted. You know, we distracted. We be in our comfort zone. You give a nigga some runts, some backwoods, and something to poke on, and he not gonna, he's good. He's not gonna apply himself in a money phone, and he's distracted.
Yeah, right.
You know, he's distracted. So those of us who are not distracted, those of us who have a vision, we are going to be the visionaries because everybody's not going to be a visionary at once. Some people got to see that shit later when it's built. There's never been a time when we all moved at once. There's never been a time when millions of us got up at once and was like, this is what we're going to do. It was 100, my nigga. It was 100. It started out with 100, and then it started out with 1,000. And 1,000 is able to move the masses because the masses are going to follow the highest frequency that makes sense. That's a fact.
Mm, mm,
So, with
mm.
that being said, and with those numbers that I threw out there, when I look around, there's multiple platforms that got those numbers times 10. These are different platforms. I ain't talking about one or two. There's like 10 different platforms that are out there with hundreds of thousands of people. You know what I mean? Hundreds of thousands of people. So to say that we gotta wait, that's a motherfucking lie. We don't gotta wait for nothing because what about all of the fucking work niggas been doing over the years to build up these quote unquote audiences and these platforms? The work has already been done. It's niggas sitting on their hands. So we need some solid plans. We need our own blockchain. We need to simplify the information a little bit more so people can learn what,
Simplify.
huh?
Simplify.
Yeah, we could break it down and simplify it a little bit more so the learning curve. I'm into gamification. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I think if you turn anything into a game or gamify it, you know what I mean, easier for people to understand and understand. Look, Cash App is the gamification of money.
Hmm.
Look, did you hear? Cash App is the gamification of the financial market. What do you Red Pill?
Gamification. He said gamification.
It's the gamification of economics. They made a game out of money. They made it very
And
because prior to that, PayPal was it was user friendly, but it didn't necessarily, it wasn't adopted because it wasn't an app on your phone. It wasn't a native app on your phone like that. When they came out with even Square, because the same company that owns Square owns Cash.
well, yeah.
And I was using Square. Where's my Square slider? I got the Square slider right here. I was using Square. This shit was heaven sent. I'm like, oh, you want to buy that? Hold on, let me. You know what I mean,
Just put it right on your phone.
bro? Niggas printing cards up. Not me per se. This is what I heard from the streets.
Hmm.
With stacks of cards, they was just swiping them through the Square, pulling up. Let me charge 200 Square. Let me charge 300 Square. Let me charge 25 Square.
Square.
Well, And this was revolutionary in and of it, but it was not. It didn't. It wasn't full gamification of
Mm,
money.
mm,
Well, Cash App created the true. It was the beginning of the digital dollar. Then they
mm,
then they put Bitcoin on it. So now instead of going to Coinbase or any of the other markets, you could just
mm.
on your Cash App and put $1,000 and just buy you a piece of the Bitcoin. The shit go up to $1,500 in a day or two. You take out the $500 and then you keep going.
That's one thing that I had to learn, man. How many shares, like many shares, and once you get up there, I'll take, like for example, if I have 5 shares, and I'll probably take four shares out, and I'll just let the other one just sit there.
Right.
So I just be that's what I learned because I already knew about it. I just had to know how to do it. And now they done messed up that I done learned about it. I'm just doing simple mathematics, and it hurts me. It's better late than never. I'm hurt. It hurts so bad. It hurts so bad. It hurts so good.
That's right. And always know that it's a global market. So regardless of what might happen in America, the world is making money, bro. They lied.
Exactly. Yeah.
The whole world is getting to the bag every fucking day. They lied to us. They made us think that it was only happening over here.
Mm-hmm.
If you
Mm-hmm.
leave America, know that wherever you go, there's still multiple markets. There's still ways to get to the bag. To be honest with you, more people will fare better if they were to leave America with the America mentality, the trapper mentality, the get money mentality,
Mm-hmm.
to make something out of nothing mentality. And if they were to go into a market where everybody is the plug,
Mm-hmm.
China, everybody is the plug. You're gonna turn right on. You know what I'm talking about? Your billionaire mind is gonna completely come online because you'll see opportunity more clearer. So
Mm-hmm.
don't waste no time with the knowledge that you got. Don't waste no days, right? Get to it, learn more, immerse yourself in the learning aspect of it. And I promise you, when I touch back down in Atlanta, I'm gonna be in the West End doing classes.
Right there, the West End. That's home.
That,
That's home. That's the land right there. They don't play over there, and they do not play over there at all.
that's I'm gonna need you to bring the with you, trenches into the spot with you, and we're gonna have fair exchange, no robbery. We're gonna give them something that they need. You know what I mean? But we need them. You know what I'm saying? I need the to be in the building. I need the hood to be in the building. I need brothers who could wake up in the morning and get $1,000 like this. You know what I mean? Fast earners, but they risk takers in the wrong business. So if you could
Mm-hmm.
free, you could take a risk on motherfucking Robin Hood. You know what I'm talking about? You could take a risk on eToro. You could take a risk on Cash App. You could take a risk on Binance. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If you niggas could roll dice at night and yo, what's the bank? All right, bank 2,000, 2,500. Let me, you throwing one head crack or one ace. So if you
Mm-hmm.
dice and risk it all, you know what I mean? Then what's to say that you can't invest in some fucking tokens?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna yeah. Just make sure you hit me on my inbox and we're gonna connect. Did you
I thank you so much, man. Um, I didn't hear you. Say it again.
Claude Anderson's book, Powernomics? You finished it?
No, I've been going back and forth to the same chapter, reading it over again, and sometimes I hate to be able to look at that because it hurts me. You know what I'm saying? And it makes me mad. It makes me mad because it makes me feel like they've been using. It make me feel they've been using me.
You,
I've been living in the real life monopoly game. They've been still doing it. They just come up with new companies, new shit, new 2021 shit from over these 400 little years,
yeah.
400 long years, and they just switched up the concept, and that's what they doing.
My stepmother
We work 12 an hour, 12 an hour.
Yeah,
12, maybe $12 an hour, maybe $15 an hour, maybe even $18 an hour. But at the end of the day, they make it seem like our success ain't shit compared to them, because all they gotta do is put a dollar on our head.
but look,
And
business is war, right? My stepmother used to tell me, "Don't get mad, get even." Business is war. The original stock was niggas, right? They were human trafficking. They put insurance on us. The Europeans who came over here, they got their real money in insurance, right? The first insured stocks was niggas in Africa who was good. It was good workers, right?
yeah, because we know how to do shit.
Okay, so what I'm saying is this: business is war. The European
Mm.
be never comfortable with you in the room with him. He's never going to be comfortable with you hopping out of a Rolls Royce looking clean. He's never going to be comfortable with you smiling, counting a motherfucking brick if he knows that you didn't get that from selling drugs to your people. Business is war. It's warfare. There's no other way around it. We're at war, right? So the book Powernomics is just showing you wartime tactics that they've been doing through the duping of politics, real estate, redlining, all of these tricks. But these are the tricks of war. These are the rules of engagement. Business is war without bloodshed. So it's always going to make you mad when you read about it, because you're reading about our people losing battles and whatnot in the war. But at the end of the day, the important part is you have another day to fight. If you have that mentality, them people are not ever going to get in your pockets the way that they usually get in our pockets. And to be honest with you, the shit that we do in the hood, that's part of warfare as well, because you are still a stock on their market. They waiting for you to
Exactly. I've been saying that for the longest.
look.
We'll fucking stop.
Putting puts against niggas. They putting options against niggas. They putting options future that we're gonna get locked up and they get paid for that. How about that? What I can't wait to some of these financial niggas crack into that code and find out that the original stocks is niggas.
They don't want to know, they don't want to know that, Phil. They don't want to believe, they don't want to hear it. They don't be wanting to hear it. They don't be want to hear the truth.
Well,
And that's what makes me mad, because when I go to work, man, I be trying to tell my people, I be like, man, look, I'm gonna keep it real with you. They still buying. I'll show them a stock. I'll show them Delta Airlines.
right.
And I showed my friend the other day. I say, look, man, look at Delta Airlines, bro.
Yeah.
Look how much they made last week. And look what they made. Look where it's at today.
Yeah.
40. They're like what? 41 or something like that. Right now they're at 48, maybe 49,
Mm,
$49.
yeah.
$49 for Delta Airlines. And it shows me how many employers in Atlanta is working at Delta Airlines.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
That's
damn.
that's one of the biggest employers in Atlanta.
And you know that Atlanta is one of the biggest and busiest airports in the United States of America.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's the top airport. They be
They gon'
yeah.
man, they eyes on a lot of shit in Atlanta.
But my
They think they gonna stop us, but we gonna take off. It's over with.
yeah, so I'm glad that you have that open to the market. Play that shit. You know what I mean? Go research Palantir. I did the research on Palantir. Go
Palantir Technologies.
Palantir Technologies. Go and research. There's
Yeah, I heard about them. They got a stock too.
yeah, Palantir. That's Peter Thiel and all of them. But there's another one. Hold on, let me pull it up. There's this gender fluid dude. He's like Asian and whatnot. He's from Australia. He got a technology that's a facial reading technology, and he's down with Palantir. And this shit right here, I'm gonna pull it up real quick. This shit right here,
Okay. Okay.
this motherfucker. It's all the law enforcement is using it now, but he basically scoured the whole internet and took everybody's picture and put it in a data bank. So now they could facial recognition a motherfucker.
Repeat that one more time. Repeat that one more
They
time.
scoured the internet and they took damn near billions upon billions of pictures and they put it in a data bank, automated AI data bank, to whereas they could facial recognize you, they could find out who you are with your mask on, wherever, it don't matter. But they got this new technology where they basically could hunt niggas down and find out who.
God damn, that's some shit.
I'm gonna give you the,
Phil,
but
that's some shit right there.
you know how sad it is. It's the stock. I'm giving niggas a stock tip. Quiet as kept. You know what I mean? With all that being said, at the end of the day, it's still a stock tip because people are going to invest in that company because that
Mhm.
is going to, if it ain't already rocket, it's going to be out of here. It's going to be out of here. You know what I mean? I'm looking for the lecture, but because we this new administration with Joe Biden and Kamala Harris is called a
Mhm.
administration, meaning that they're going to be focusing on crime and they're going to be focusing on capturing people, crime,
Oh yeah.
law enforcement, like all of that is coming. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah, that's why they making the we just found did some little research down here. Well, you know how hard we gonna go down here with research.
right.
So we done found out a lot of stuff that's going on over here in South Carolina, man. They got some little stuff up there, man. They already built they built a RoboCop. They call it the RoboCop.
Right. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That the RoboCops are gonna have AI. They're gonna be able to look at people and scan their faces, and they're going to be able to tell who got warrants, who's on the run. All of these things are going to be, they're going to alert the officials. All of this stuff is like not even down the pipeline. It's here already. So, you know, it is what it is.
These kids, man, these kids, and that's one thing that I be thinking about the kids. Because as they get older, they get older.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Search engine for faces. So anyone in law enforcement can upload a face to the system, finds any other publicly available material that matches that particular face.
Can you just tell us how how long did it take, how many people were involved? Is this a hard thing?
Yeah, it is a quite hard to build. So we spent about 2 years really perfecting the technology, the accuracy, raw facial recognition technology. So you have to search out billions of photos, still provide an accurate match, and not have any false positives. That was the first initial technical breakthrough. And the second part of it was what's the best application of technology? And we found that law enforcement was such a great use to help.
Right. The name of the program, you see, say he's gender fluid. Look, he is a gender fluid former model and musician, but computer geek. No, let's change the conversation. It's called Clearview. He's not. They give him all of these colorful terms. Just say a fuck nigga from Australia, right? You know what I mean? Who was failing in life, decided that he want to work for the police. That's a better. It's called Clearview AI. For anybody that want to go and buy the stock now, because Clearview AI.
See, so but oh yeah, I think I seen it. It's called C3 AI.
No, Clearview AI.
Oh, okay, because I see one of them on there say C3 AI too.
That could be one of them too. Because somebody online, I don't know if they went public with the ticker. It might not even be public, but that the dude that you just saw, he runs with a lot of alt writers and white nationalists and what. He's a piece of work. He's a piece of work.
Clearview AI. Yeah, I'm gonna have to type that in, check them out.
Fact.
But I've been hearing some things in Texas too. I've been hearing a lot of things in Texas too.
They're building their army up.
What? Yeah,
The white,
yeah.
you know. But shout out to Texas though. It was 81 degrees out there today, and it was 8 degrees last week. Somebody said this T3 AI went public last year.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I gotta check that out.
yeah, yeah. That's why I was talking about C3 AI. They just went yeah, they just opened. They had I think it was IPO.
Yeah. Somebody said, "What's up with?"
What's up with the RoboCop? They actually building new. They investing into artificial intelligence, just new stuff. Everything being documented.
Right.
Everything is being documented through Google, the Androids,
Right.
etc.
Because
So what they do?
yeah.
I'm sorry, Phil.
Now,
But what they do is how I look at it. I might be wrong, but I think that everything is being documented as far as like Facebook and everything like that. They use if you can ask them questions, you can ask them anything. They're gonna find it for you. I think that in the future that our cell phones is not going to be an actual cell phone anymore. We'll be able to tell these robots what to do, how to do, what, when, where.
oh,
I think that
you didn't see the usage of 5G
5G.
like in China, how they use 5G without using a phone.
Uh-uh.
Out their house and call and say Uber, and the shit pull up. The 5G environment, the 5G is the phone.
Wow.
The five
Wow.
the environment becomes smart. It's a smart environment. So, you know, you're going
Smart environment, just like smartphones, smart cars. Because they were saying another guy was saying that they was gonna make smart cities. They finna start making
yeah.
smart city.
And that's when you'll be introduced to what is called the Internet of all things. So
Mm-mm.
the Internet of all things, everything is smart, right?
They don't need black people. They don't need they now they trying the goal now what they trying to do. They trying to make a lot of C3AI. They want to make so many robots because robots don't complain. Robots don't complain when they at work. Robots gonna do overtime on their own. They don't have to get paid.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
So that's the thing. That's the thing. That's their goal. They feel like they don't need certain even cops, police. Let me put it like this: the devil don't need the devil don't even need some of that shit no more. Like the police and shit, they making all kinds of new shit.
Well, just think about how the European think. In his mind, he would rather make something that's more powerful than him, right? That he has
Hmm.
over, rather than live in fear about a people rising up who could over
Hmm.
him. So the
Hmm.
whole thing about militarizing AI is really a buffer to keep niggas off their back or to keep the rest of the colored world off their back. So, but it's still an aspect of industry. Everything has to upgrade. Everything has to evolve. The
We gonna upgrade.
cars driving themselves right now, autonomous. So I mean, at the end of the day, we need to figure out how to program our own robots. That's what I'm saying. Where's the black? We need to program our own robots because to act like that's not that the robots are not coming is to be living in fear and in denial that life in it of itself is upgrading and evolving every day.
And they want us to ask them for questions. They think that we so lost in the sauce where we gotta ask them the question. Like we don't know.
This is what Google is doing. It's called artificial learning and machine learning. All of the videos on Google where niggas is fighting each other, all of the interviews, you know what I'm saying? They're feeding their artificial intelligence all of this stuff. The protests from Black Lives Matter where people were looting and burning shit up and going crazy, they're feeding all of that to the AI, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's called machine learning. And in the future, the machine or the robot or the AI be able to determine who's a good citizen. They're going to have social credit, have a social system like they have in China. So the
Mm-hmm.
will be able to say if they'll be able to scan you and determine if you're a threat. but the computers originally are programmed to be, they're being programmed by racists, because people in Silicon Valley are a bunch of racist motherfuckers. They're being programmed by racists to think racist. So computers are not going to
Damn, man.
even the computers are not going to be non-biased. They're going to be biased towards your phenotype, because even right now, the AI could read your phenotype, your facial, and be like, yo, that person is not good. That's not a good person. So back to what I was saying earlier, the best way to circumvent that is to get these black developers, these black coders, and begin to develop our counter. We have the right. We have the motherfucking right to make our own robots. It's enough people here who have the resources at this point. Niggas is not poor. So research and develop for R&D. Usually those budgets are in the billions of dollars. So our community, we're going to have to create, and we're going to have to create the companies that are going to create the AI that will counter the AI being made, because it's not being made in our image.
Guess what? Guess what? If we do that, once we do that, we got our own robots. Just like I don't like to say my black people names because I know people be watching and looking, but he said that damn, my mind just went blank just that quick. I'm sorry, Phil.
Now, somebody mentioned quantum computers, and that's a whole nother conversation. If the family,
To make long story short, here you go. I look, they even making it in Burger Kings right now, Phil. They making it in restaurants where the robots already flipping burgers.
yeah,
They already flipping burgers already.
yeah,
And the thing is they don't even need them motherfuckers no more, man. They don't need us no more, man.
but
And we don't need their
we
ass.
don't. That's what I'm about to say. Like I said a minute ago, automation,
Shit make me mad.
natural progression. We don't need to be working at Burger King. We don't need to be working.
It make me mad.
It give people time to go home and work on their stock market portfolio or do some day trading and whatnot. We don't need to work for anybody. This is the age of entrepreneurism. This is the age of the entrepreneur, right? You look, go and look at the OnlyFans. Nigga, OnlyFans had they added 12 million new accounts during the lockdown. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm not here to judge anybody. What I'm saying is people are tapping into their own talents. They're tapping
Yeah.
skill sets. They're into shit that they could figure out. You know what? I'm gonna make it on my own. I don't need nobody. Yeah, and the brother said networking is key.
Exactly.
It's the glue. It's the gorilla glue to this whole thing that we out here trying to do. You know what I mean? It's networking. Who's going to build a bridge? Who's going to connect the people? Who's going to bring the people together? Who's going to identify the talent that could work with the other talent that could work with who's going to build the teams? Who are the coaches in the culture? You know what I mean? Because, yeah, we could root for LeBron, but who the fuck put the team together? You know what I mean? That person is important too, not just the player. Who put the team together? So, you know, but I appreciate your bill, man. I appreciate chopping it up with you, King. You know.
Thank you, man, so much, man. It's more work. It's more work to do, man. That's all I'm just on right now, and I'm finna link up with a lot of people down here at the West End, where me and your stomping ground in the areas in Atlanta. I'm finna be going straight to Adamsville in my home area over there in Fathom Road, Wildwood.
Shout out.
And we finna link up with the younger kids, and we finna reach out to them and get them to trap out stocks. We gonna switch up the concept. That's the goal. That's what we on right now. So that's what I do right now. Even when I'm at work, I talk to my black people. I tell them, hey man, what y'all doing? Y'all just sitting on Instagram? What you doing? What you doing on Instagram? Okay, well, I'm just sitting over here scrolling down, just liking pictures, man. Okay, well, hey, man, you know you missing out on some money, man. You know you missing out some money. Go ahead and get on the stocks, bro.
Right. Doing,
Just hit them up.
keep encouraging, man. Keep planting them seeds. I promise you're gonna look back at it and you are gonna be like, yo, that shit is crazy. You're gonna like you're gonna smile, bro. You're gonna
How do you feel about everything that's going on right now?
in what regards?
As far as everybody learning financial literacy and we doing good on it, how do you feel about that?
We could only go up from that point. You know,
That's what's up.
people are getting what they didn't have. So when you add that sauce and you put that ingredient into the soup, you change the flavor.
Hmm.
People are getting what was denied to them, and that's the knowledge, that's the know-how, and that's the information that motherfuckers was trying to hold back from us for dear life. They didn't want us to know this talk. They didn't want us to know this talk. So I feel it's our energy. I feel it's our spirit. I feel that it's the fact that we are all on the marathon, that we are making it, we busting this shit wide. You know, I'm talking about bust it open. We the bust down. If bust down was a person, it's us. So by us waking up, by us saying that we want more, by us in our hearts saying we want change, we are making that happen. That's how this world operates. You know what I'm talking about? When you exert your will, shit begins to open up. So as our minds open up, the motherfucking path is almost like the splitting of the Red Sea. We are in the Aquarian age. The water is fluid. Niggas is wet. You know what I'm talking about? So
Hmm.
what was missing was financial information, the know-how, the formula, and we got that. So we're gonna be better now.
Thank you, Phil.
Thank you.
Peace and blessings.
Salute. Appreciate it, bro.
For sure.
Yes, yes. So there was a brother asked if he could go live. He wanted to talk the financial talk. We're gonna give it a few more before I get out of here because I'm still finishing up this lecture for tomorrow. Yeah, money to invest. If you want to talk, we could chop it up real quick. About 10 minutes. Shout out to Sandra. What's goody? Yeah, Bobby's home. Talk black to me. Talk, huh? We got the money to invest in the building. Peace, peace.
Peace, God. Peace and love, family.
Good with you, my brother.
So, what's going on, King?
Yeah.
So it's crazy, Rap Pill. I'm on your live because you know my youngest brother Brandon. Y'all be chopping it up, and you know Corey. He came to your election when you came into the DMV. So
Oh, that's my
it's
guy.
honor. Yeah, it's up on him. But I just want to say thank you to you, your brothers, your two brothers, Blue Pill, KT, because y'all definitely is making an impact in the black community all over the world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We be chatting, and it's more so it's the intellectual vibe that you give that a lot of black people they need. You know what I'm saying? Especially the ones that are waking up. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the information, being able to tap into the information, and
Right, right.
a lot mostly dealing with because you can be woke, you can become woke, but it's like, what are you woke about? You know what I'm saying? It's like people be woke about their history, their health, finances, but that's the key. Like the health and the finances is the key. They go hand in hand because you got to
Health.
be healthy to enjoy the riches. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want I don't want to stay on here too long because we literally, me and you, we would talk for hours. Like the last brother, he 33. I'm 34, so everything he was saying, you saw. That's why I started typing big. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted y'all to see my drink. So I felt
No doubt.
everything he was saying.
Salute for
Uh,
that, man. Appreciate you,
See,
King.
Brandon came in
You know,
right now. He said you're what you were
he
saying,
said what?
Ripper.
He
Yeah,
said you're.
Brandon and Corey. Yeah. They're in the other room right now, but yeah, I be tapping in, but it's my first time coming on here. But yeah, I wanna say when I was talking about the networking, Bandman Kevo, he changed the game too with his OnlyFans and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, you
spreading
put
the
the thing about
information
Bandman.
dealing with. Yeah,
You had put the thing
yeah,
in there about.
my
So I was on Bandman when he was scamming, right?
yeah,
Because I was listening to what's the dude from Detroit, TJ. I was like, the scam rap is silly, right? And it was like something that was silly. I like silly rap sometimes. And listening to him, I found out about Bandman. And then I seen an Adam 22 interview, right? And I was like, okay, these niggas is really serious about what they doing. And then he came home. And I recently watched a whole bunch of his videos. Oh, the brother dropped. And then I went and I purchased the OnlyFans. You know what I mean? Where the brother's talking about financial literacy, credit cards, credit repair. Or I'm talking about the bro is giving it up. You know what I'm talking about? He's going in and he's giving up a lot of methods and whatnot. And you know, he said he made $1 million off of OnlyFans. You know, I think he said he made $1 million off of his OnlyFans. And that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when the hood gets this information, they're gonna do with it what the hood does with anything. You know what I mean? They're gonna sprinkle some sauce on it and they're gonna get it to the people the best way that they know how. So yeah, he got the trade lines, the CPNs, and the credit repair. When I do my lecture tomorrow and I show 100 different income streams, I'm gonna give that man some credit, put him up there, and encourage people if they want to tap in, tap in. Oh, they wouldn't add you? Hold on, let me see. Don't worry about Instagram. They be acting crazy, man. Don't worry about Instagram, man. They like a bully, you know what I mean? They always out here trying to bully niggas in the playground. But I got you. I sent you a request. If you got it, then click on it. The credit card system invest in you like you a big dealer. His name is Bandman Kevo. 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 He got a YouTube channel and he be talking that talk. You know? He be talking that talk. This is Raheem Shabazz. Go and look him up on Instagram. The brother who created the DVDs Urban Genocide 1, 2, and 3. The name of his hat is called Wingu. It's not Arabic. It's script. You could check him out if you want to get a hat from the brother. If you want to get a hat from him. Can you purchase the lecture the day of? Yeah. The link is in my bio. You could purchase it the day of. You could purchase it while I'm doing the lecture. I got my tickets for sale up until midnight because I know that we have latecomers that people are coming off of work. You know what I mean? They might forget about it, so we leave the box office open until midnight. We're not closing the door. We in the digital realm. We're just not physical no more. So we doing webinars. We online. We keep the doors. Matter of fact, fuck it. The door will be open all night. And we'll be recording it. Everything is recorded. Everything is cataloged. Everything is content. Content is king. So I never will throw anything that I record away. You know what I mean? Content is fucking king. Remember that line. There you go. Yeah.
He's back. Yeah, I had to refresh
Yeah.
the apps, close out some apps. You know how that is.
Oh yeah, you had them windows open. So we were
Yeah,
about Bandman before you got knocked off.
man. Yeah, Batman. He changing the game right now too, King.
Yeah, yeah, he got that cloth, you
Right,
know.
especially because a lot of we in the scammer age right now as well with all this digital currency going on. It's a lot of scammers I'm seeing like young too, 16, 17, 18, and
Yeah,
it's like
baby.
babies, right? So it's
Yeah.
like for years it's like,
But
you seeing scammers.
I
Go
don't
ahead.
you. But think about this. When Silk Road was popping and 10 years ago and niggas was using bitcoins to buy weight, they was using bitcoins to buy credit cards, info and all of that. They
Hmm.
were 16 and 17-year-olds.
See, I ain't know that. I
They
ain't
was
know. Yeah, that's why it's like it's coming around, but it's still the evolution. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like a lot of '90s babies. You be seeing they be like, man, they missed the '90s. Yeah, as far as like the music and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But
right,
as far as like everything else, like we might not agree to it, but you just gotta move with the bus, especially with this financial shift in the economics.
right.
Like if you miss this wave, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody can be getting into stocks right now.
Look,
Well,
nobody told us to buy stocks in Moet. Nobody told us to buy stocks in what's that, Louis LH. The shit they got the fucking hot. They own everything. They own Moet, Hennessy, Louis L.
mm-hmm.
You know, the whole brand. Nobody told us about that. I don't
Nobody noticed that.
even think the rappers knew. The most Jay-Z and them might have known, but when I
Mhm.
look to see who's the major shareholders, it ain't no rappers there.
Wow.
And these niggas, they didn't buy shares in Versace. They didn't buy shares in Moet. They didn't buy shares in Lexus and Benz. They didn't buy shares in Nikes. These niggas are poo butts. You dig what I'm
Mm,
saying? Wasted a whole decade making these
a whole
people.
decade.
And then they made us think that they was doing something, saying, "Oh, you know, we the brand ambassador." Yeah, nigga, but they didn't pay you in fucking equity. You retard. They paid you niggas with an upfront check, and you niggas blew that on some overpriced diamonds, some lab created diamonds. So you niggas are not winning.
Right. Exactly. And that's what I be trying to tell like some of these scammers that I be knowing, like, listen, to each his own. You tapped in and scamming, like you got access to, let's say, lump sum of money. That's why I said shout out to Batman Kevin because he got locked up with this scamming. He sat his ass down. He ain't had nothing to do, so he learned about financial economics. Got out within that first year. He made 100K plus and he booming. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? So that's just like inspiration. You know what I'm saying? Because I be tapped in with the scammers. You know what I'm saying? I
He,
know a couple. No shit.
but yeah, not, but he did it the way that it's supposed to be done. He's responsible
Exactly,
for saving some of them young boys from catching some federal charges.
man.
You,
What?
I gotta give it up where it's due. And
Yeah,
when I seen the movement and when I seen what he was doing, because like I said, I tapped in when he was scamming on Adam 22. I watched the video. I'm like, damn, this nigga
yeah.
serious. He about
Him and TJ. I know
yeah
you seen the TJ one.
yeah, but TJ is not TJ. No, don't TJ
He's
is
still on that type of yeah.
he separated himself from TJ because his mind and his grind and what he stands for. It shows you. Put a clean glass next to the dirty glass. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know from where they come from because everybody
Exactly.
comes from the gutter. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody from the trenches. Everybody comes from their circumstances. I'm not here to judge nobody. I'm more so here to measure your growth. You know what I mean?
Right.
When I decide to pull out the fucking judgment stick, it's to weigh it against a nigga's growth. So if I know 10 years ago and you were selling crack and then you selling dope right now, I'm like, damn, you moved an inch, my nigga. But
Now, if you selling real estate or
boy,
you selling a couple condos, it's like, all right,
you
I see
know,
you. Yeah.
but you're not. My thing is, if the niggas who you sold crack to and the niggas who you sold crack with 10 years later are not inspired to do something differently and at a higher level because of what the fuck you doing, nigga, you wasted your time. So that's how I'm measuring Bandman. I'm like, Bandman brings the hood with him because when he was out there doing what he was doing, a lot of the hood was fucking with it. But now, if they press play on his video, he's bringing them somewhere. I shall deliver you niggas to a better life. I shall deliver with a new option of life. So he's giving niggas a new option on how to clean up what the fuck that they were in. Because if people don't realize, scammers, hustlers, people that are in the trenches, gangbangers, they're not venturing too close out of their circle to listen and sit down and pay attention to nobody. That's why when you get when there's a teacher that these niggas pay attention to, y'all should give props to the teacher because that's not easy. These motherfuckers have one-track minds. So they're not going to listen to people who they don't trust or who they like, that nigga's a square. I don't want to hear him. But if they see somebody, man, this nigga's icy. He looked like he's in a fucking, he looked like he was in the Texas blizzard. You know,
for real.
He hopping out of Lambo trucks. You know what I mean? He's doing the aesthetic. He's utilizing the aesthetic. Even if he's renting the shit, it doesn't matter. He's utilizing the aesthetics, the visuals. This is about stimuli. Niggas work off of stimuli, and so do these shorties. Stop. I was real and what's not. It don't matter in the Matrix. The only thing real in the Matrix is if your screen is cracked or if it's not. That's the only thing that matters. None of that other shit. This is all window dressing. You know what I'm saying? You could make a movie on the Black Mirror on this little screen right here. So, you know, niggas put on. That's what they do. Shorties put on. They put on. You know, they got the fucking the slim thing on. You know, the snuffleupagus eyelashes. You've seen the makeup tutorials. This is a free for all. I tell people this is the Matrix. Don't confuse the real world with the Matrix because people be like, oh, that nigga in the real world ain't, but he online. I'm like, fam, nigga, this is a stage. This is the.
This a platform.
This is a platform. This is not real life. This is REEL, not REAL. You niggas keep. This is a new world. This is a complete world different from the world. I'm sitting in one world, and that's another world right there. That world here is the Matrix. That's Hollywood. That's lights, camera, action. This is not. It doesn't go by the same rules that the quote unquote real world goes by. This is digital. So niggas didn't get that memo. They don't know how to apply that.
Yeah, and it's just crazy. Like the shift in the digital age is like everything. Like social media changed the game for a lot of things. For making money, it changed the dating, the love, us connecting. It changes us like physically.
I'm not
used to be outside, Red Pill.
I'm not on the dating. I'm not on the dating scene. What is it like? Tell me about the new dating scene with the internet.
Man, you remember when rest in peace to Pimp C. You remember when he said pimping ain't dead, it just moved to the web?
It just moved to the
web.
web.
Did you not see that manifest in front of us? And he said that how many years ago?
A long time ago. I think it was the 90s maybe, or early 2000s.
It changed the game because everything's 0 to 100. Inbox a shorty right now and be at her house same night.
On the Uber?
Uber, get your man to drop you off. However, shit, if she in the neighborhood, you probably hop on the bus.
Uber Skeets, you could order it.
Like you said, our generation is hyper sexualized.
Right.
We don't care to get to know a female. Everybody just want to get their nut off. Not only that, we on the same playing field with these women. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, and shit is really, the hip hop culture is really controlled by anthems. You know, these females get that bread, get that head, and leave. It's the mindset. It's women out here really with that mindset now. And they spinning niggas. They the real pimps now. Red Pill, we can't be talking to them spicy too much on here like this. Because I told you we can go for hours. When you coming back to the DMV?
We do need a spicy hour, though. I mean, respectfully, you know,
Respectfully.
we do need a spicy
And I
out.
ain't even gonna hold you. I'm at that transition in my life, and it's been on me for a minute.
Right,
You know, watching you, watching everybody, and you gotta make that decision. And it's a lot of things that I'm gonna walk away from. I was in the private party stripping with the dancers and shit like that, and I got power. I got the gift of gab, and
right,
it's like you know I be trying to put shorties on the different things. You know what I'm saying? But I can do more. You know what I'm saying with that. You know, so instead of putting them on parties,
right,
I can put them on a video link. Learn about these trade lines for that business that you need. Go
right.
ahead and apply for these trade lines so you can get that 50K, 100K credit line. Now you got the money, baby girl. Push your business instead of pushing your ass. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
But I don't take nothing away from the girls who shaking ass, because at the same time, get your bag. But if you working every night, what are you working towards?
that's right,
Like some shorty I seen, I don't know where she was from. I want to say Atlanta, but she was stripping and she went out and bought a whole truck or some shit like that.
right,
You know what I'm saying? Like level up. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of strippers out here. They be stripping, they be broke.
right,
You know what I'm saying? Like I wish I had a stripper girlfriend who can go
bro.
out every night, make 2, 3, 400. Bring that back, baby girl. Let's invest
If
that. Let's
I
triple flip that.
was, I would have an 860 credit. If I was
Yeah,
shaking my tail feather, nigga, my credit would be A1, right? And
right.
my cash flow, I would be a fucking stock guru because I would put 30% of the bag every night on Robinhood or on the stock or on crypto. Nigga, I
If
would have,
you a stripper and you on this live, you need to get into stocks.
yeah, slide in my inbox respectfully though, because
Respectfully.
respectfully,
Don't go on Big Bro Box trying to talk about book. You trying to book me for a private? No, don't do that. He's
I
not the
t-
one.
I'm off the scene. I'm off the scene. But I'm just saying that if I would have a broker, I would invite the brokers to strokers, and I would have the broker, I would give a broker a bag and be like, yo, invest my fucking singles. You know what I'm talking about? Like at
Mhm.
least 20% of it every fucking day.
Right.
And then in 10 years, when you don't have those mega stallion knees anymore, you could retire, you know what I'm saying, into something respectfully. Cause them knees are gonna go, them knees go,
Them knees gonna go out.
ain't them go out. It's an ugly sight, ladies. When
Hey,
it,
bro, I'm fucking weak.
like
Somebody,
that's all, you know, that's really, you know, that's not even us putting on the cape. That's just
yeah,
saying, look, knowledge is power. And what I know that there are ways to finagle, you know, the opportunities that are out here to get into a better place fast,
fast.
fast. You know what I
And,
mean?
and you just hit it on the nail. It's the mindset.
It's all mind state. And like I said, the culture got us in a headlock. And like you said, it's the anthems, it's the stimuli. Because like
Mm,
I said earlier, this shit is stimuli based. If a shorty on the gram, she, you know, or she on OnlyFans or Snapchat, and y'all both stimulated, there's nothing else to talk about. You know,
Lights, camera, action.
now it's time to feel good. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But the aspect of, yo, what you about, that's already been determined off of your Instagram page. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm telling you.
That's been determined off of your live, like, or not your live, your stories. We know what you on.
Yeah.
So social media has shifted the culture, but as with everything, there's a up and there's a down. There's a one side of the pillow, then there's the cold side of the pillow. There's a left and there's a right. There's two
Right.
sides of the token that we dealing with. So
Yin yang.
yeah, the good part about it, the aspect that we are going to focus on of that token is the opportunities that keep presenting themselves time after time after time, and they're multiplying.
Mm-hmm.
Super facts. The opportunities are actually multiplying. They're not becoming slimmer, right? It's not like we're in some type of terrible day and age where niggas have slim to no fucking options. That's not what we dealing
Right.
with. You know,
Right.
if anybody feels like that, or if somebody, if the people in your environment told you that, I feel sorry for you.
Not
Genuine.
now. Maybe and our parents, how they came up, because they didn't come up in the technology era. They was spoon fed the information, which was lies and the miseducation on all them avenues.
Right,
But yeah, like right now is the time.
right.
Definitely the time, and
So yeah, hit me on the inbox because I want to chop it up with you about that DMV. You know that DMV pull up. You know what I mean?
I wanna speak too. I ain't shy
Huh?
at all. I said I want to speak too. I ain't shy.
Right. They legalized psychedelics out there, correct?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I gotta look into that.
I think they did. Yeah. So I think we need to come out there and you know what I mean? Because I need a dispensary for psychedelics. Like New
Okay.
Jersey just legalized marijuana. I want
Okay. I want in too.
in.
I was about to say, speaking of psychedelics, I want to ask you a question. Have you ever tried DMT?
Have I tried DMT?
Have you ever tried DMT? Look at Brandon. Look at Brandon.
We was
What up,
like
Brad?
cons before they start shooting in night cons. I say that shit every time I come on your live, bro. That's my favorite song, bro. I swear.
That's
No,
what's
for real.
up. Yeah, I've tried DMT, but I
Man,
tried
what was
DMT.
it like?
I did DMT through the toad medicine though. I didn't do the spirit molecule. I did the God molecule.
Ooh, what was it like? Real quick before we get off here.
Ah man, I had what was known as the ego death, right?
The
Where you
ego
experience
death.
ego death. You experience your ego
Mm-hmm,
completely leaving. No, you leave your body and you leave your ego behind. And
mm-hmm,
by leaving your ego behind, you're able to tap in to what is known as the source or the one. You can't be in touch with the one and have your ego intact because your ego is like, nigga, I'm the one. There is nobody other than me. The ego is the arrogance that has us feeling like we the only motherfuckers in this whole universe. That's the ego. The ego
right.
personality. The ego is even the feelings. And
Yeah.
because I'm not gonna say I wasn't feeling anything because I was feeling love. I felt love in its rawest form. I don't know if I can explain it in words, but I felt love in its rawest form. When I see you, I'll even show you the video because I had the shaman take me. I'm like, nigga, tape this shit. Let me see me when I get out of this trance. And
Wow.
I had a look on my face like I was getting the best neck ever. Like, you know,
I remember him talking about that on live last time.
Brandon said you remember you talking
I
about
remember
on
that.
live like
Is this
that,
the
Melody.
time you was in you, Blue, and 19 Bashir was in Miami? Like it was around 4th of July? Okay, all right.
yeah, that was the shrooms.
That
I
was the
did
shit.
this on the Lionsgate, which is August the
Oh,
8th. And
okay, yeah.
Uncle, yeah, Uncle Hank Rising. Uncle Hanky is what we call him. And
Mm-hmm.
like 2018 or 19. And bruh, it helped it helped me understand. It helped my fear of death. It helped take away my fear of death, one, right? Because when any of y'all tap out and you make your transition, just like the movie came out later on called Soul, and they was trying to show people like it's not over, but it's nothing to fear because
Right.
pain is attached to the human body, right? Pain is attached to that is a human emotion and it's stronger. It's like gravity. It's more stronger on the earthly plane. As you
Mm-hmm.
leave the earthly plane, there's love in the universe. You don't hear no astronauts, or I don't even think they leave this planet or whatnot. But nobody's never really talking about fear and pain outside of the earthly realms. Niggas don't be like, I was on Mars and it hurt up there. Like I was hurting. You know, the
Yeah.
universe, the universe. This what the shaman told me. He said he played a song called Love Supreme, right? By Coltrane. He said the universe is made out of love, right? Orgasms are love, right? Creation is love.
Right.
Fear man-made concept. That's an aspect of this planet that we're on. So as I tapped in, I didn't feel no fear. I wasn't scared of nothing. I just felt very fucking blissful. It lasted for like
and it's
20
crazy because
minutes. Something that I would do all the time though. It was one of those experiences where I saw the light. You know what they say, you see the light? I saw the light.
yeah.
But the light is not like a light. It's a light that you feel.
Okay.
It's all encompassing. It's not really white. It's just bright. And the light has like, imagine, I say it like this. Imagine pouring a bottle into the ocean. And then whatever the fuck was in that bottle realizes that it's been part of the ocean the whole time. The bottle was the ego. Deer Park,
Mm,
Aquafina, I'm Seltzer, I'm all of these fake
mm.
ass fucking titles. But the fucking the water come from the ocean. There was no bottle. It was just a whole bunch of water. That's our
So you
spirit.
felt like
That's
you
our
were
life.
okay.
That's who we are. Man, when we leave, when we leave our bodies, whatever the fuck that light is, it's part of an ocean of light. And that's what they say is the one. You know what I mean? When they say that we are the one connected and we are all one, that's what the fuck they mean. That there's a light. There's just an ocean of energy, of divine fucking energy. That's who we are. Now that I'm in this fucking body, I'm like, I'm a black man, and you know what I'm saying? I'm from New York. And then it gets more complicated when niggas lock themselves down even further. I'm from this block. I'm from this building.
Yeah,
I'm from this floor.
preach.
I'm representing the third floor south side of, you know what I mean, of 28 building. Nigga,
Right.
you're locked down on so many dimensions. You know what I'm
I'm a
talking about?
Crip. I'm a
You're
blood. I'm a GD. You know what I'm saying?
That's all lockdown. You're none of that. That's ego though. That's ego
That's
all
part
day. And
ego.
no offense
Mhm.
to these things, but all of that, your job, your title, all that's ego.
Right. Oh, I got this master's degree. Oh, I work at Metro.
That's it. I got letters in my name. Yeah, ego, nigga. You know what I
The
mean?
plaque, so on
Ego.
my
That's not
wall.
what. Right. You becoming more human. That's not what it is. That's an ego. So yeah, that DMT, bruh,
Yeah.
talk black to me. Like,
Yeah. I want to go on
and
my
like
trip.
I said, yeah, it's fuck going to Mars with Elon Musk. Like I
Right.
said,
I ain't leaving.
I don't believe. Yeah, I don't believe them crackers. They couldn't even keep the lights on in Houston in Texas. Not going to Mars with nobody. You know what I
Right.
mean? The trip is the trip inside. That's the real trip to Mars. Niggas are scared to go inside of themselves. They always want to go outside somewhere. But the real motherfucking journey, because this shit is endless.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna arrive anywhere where you're like, okay, that's it. The search within is endless. Peace to the
What's up?
God. You
What's up, King?
what's good with you, man?
Ain't nothing, man. Chilling.
That's what,
About to take off right now.
that's right.
And
That's
and
right.
speaking of taking off real quick, big bro, I always say like, and you gonna feel me on this. Us black folks, right? We'll link up. You see, I'm here with my two brothers, right? We'll link
Yes,
up.
sir.
And we'll drink. We'll smoke, and we'll watch rap videos on YouTube, or we'll listen to rap music all the time. What happened to us black folks linking up and watching a video about financial economics or business, or sitting at a table like how we at a table and
Right.
everybody working on some family. You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened to that? Like, we got to change the shit that we been doing. We doing the
My
same old shit.
mind state.
Mind
Right.
state.
Artists like Nipsey Hussle, he was about to shift the culture to where he was going to show that it's cool to do shit like that. So it really just mind state. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That because popular culture hasn't embraced it as of yet, like that. It's
Mm-hmm.
not like, we don't do it automatically. I mean,
Right.
I do it. Me and my team,
Right.
we might pop some shrooms and have a whole, think tank. You know what I mean? Or we might blow a whole ounce and just shoot ideas around and like, and joke on each other. You know what I mean? Like everybody ain't taking shit too
And
serious. We enjoy.
and it's crazy because when you on that frequency, even though you know how you smoke weed enhance stuff, your thoughts and creativity get enhanced. You can
Super.
come up with that next disruptive business model, such as Amazon or Uber. Just thinking of some
Look,
shit.
the white boys in Silicon Valley, first of all, they microdose LSD and DMT all day, right? Then they have weekend retreats to where they go to environment. Keep this in mind, and I'm gonna drop this gem on you. DNA responds to environment. So when you go into nature, right? Not the concrete jungle, not where niggas, not where you have to worry about somebody trying to get at you and whatnot, or you can't let your guards down because you got to be on. You got your armor on because you got to be on. You in the motherfucking you in the Serengeti when
Right.
you go into nature and you're able to peel back the layers. Nature is going to talk to you. The ideas are going to come to you faster. So what do the white boys do? They go and spend a weekend in nature and go heavy on the nootropics like Adderall, motherfucking
Mhm.
shrooms, DMT, whatever they on, and they come back with ideas like Instagram and Twitter and Clubhouse. That's what they do. That's how they come up with their, because these ideas, these apps that we playing on, even with the blockchain, all of this technology is all coming from thought. It's all coming from the mind. Somebody is thinking this shit and they're fleshing it out. They're getting funded for it, and then they're rolling it out to us as customers.
Adrenochrome.
Yeah, adrenochrome. So this, like
All that
going back
shit.
to with the shorties that be dancing and exuberating sexual energy, right? Tapping into sexual energy, but tapping into it at a lower level. Back in hundreds of years ago, they would have harems, right? The
What's
harems,
harems?
harems were basically like sultans and whatnot when they had those kingdoms and shit. So the sultans would have
Oh,
hookahs. You know how you see
yeah.
the hookah parties, everybody's on hookahs. So they would have like mad beautiful women. This
Hmm.
would be like prince or the sultan, right? Mad money. They got riches. They live in a palace. He got hookahs,
You think?
frankincense burning, right? With a bunch of beautiful women belly dancing, right? And then they sitting around
Right.
business. And they sitting around talking, they talking trade and commerce. Like you do business with a person, they say go and break bread when you want to close a meeting, when you want to close some type of business deal, you do it over food. You break bread. That's why deals over food,
Okay.
right? In the
Right.
environment. And they usually have their date. They might have wifey with them, and the other person they bring their wife. Because like if you go to places like China and India, they're gonna ask you about your family before they do any business with you. They're gonna ask, if you don't bring your family with you, they're gonna want to see baby pictures. They're gonna want to see like family pictures. They're gonna want to know that you connected to something.
Why is
So
that?
because in those societies, they value family over the dollar.
Okay.
Because family is stability. You know what I'm talking about? They want to
Mhm.
know, what are you doing this for? They know who we are naturally. So if we come there acting like white people, and white people even caught on, and they don't go over there like us on some, they play the game.
Mhm.
So we would be in these harems and we would be blowing a hookah or smoking some hash, and we would be, the allure of beautiful women is enough to put you in a flow state. The allure of being in a room with mad bad shorties is enough to have you say, yo, I want to get some bread. You know what I'm talking about? Like, this is, I'm trying to enjoy my life, you know, or it's a healthy environment. Let's
Right.
just say that when you're dealing with operating on a higher frequency,
Mhm.
right? When it's a higher, when it's not debased, when you're not throwing dollars, crumpled up dollars at women and, whispering all kind of crazy stuff, you know. And like I said, it's levels to everything. It's levels to everything.
Right.
So, you know, people get together and they do what they do. As a culture, I feel that the culture needs to upgrade. I feel
Yeah.
the culture needs to level up. Business is leveling up. Crypto is here. Everything is leveling up. So the club scene and the way that we celebrate and the way that we get together, because you're not gonna stop niggas from getting together and celebrating. That's just a that's just something we gonna do, you know.
Right.
But like you were saying, we should be getting together to create businesses, or we should get together to fund businesses, or we should get together to, you know, reward individuals that are basically out here in business, or we getting together and we can invest in each other. You know,
Hmm.
you've been to block parties before, right?
Yeah.
What about a stock party?
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Yeah.
What
That's
about a
kind of like how they be doing some of these trading groups. Like
yeah,
they'll go on a trip somewhere, and it'll be
yeah.
probably like 7, 8 of them, and they'll rent out an Airbnb. You know, and they'll trade. All trade share trades.
Uh,
Everybody profiting, and look, they on a trip, so it's like they having fun and they making money at the same time.
I see that chart. That's right,
Yo,
right.
the autofocus. BNGO,
Oh,
CCIV TV, Planeteer, and Sundial Flowers.
that's right. That's right. Legend.
It's something.
You um, you know, getting together, great minds think alike. So
Facts.
we got to focus on network, because that's where we at right now in this situation. The networks are winning, right? We got to
Hmm.
focus on networks. We got to focus on, you know, bringing certain experts together with other experts to create more experts.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's it. You know, stock parties coming together. Yo, the entry level is $1,000. Can't come if you don't got a stack.
Period. And I'm glad you say that because $1,000 is not a lot of money. It's
It's a
not.
$100 to these niggas.
And not only that, $1,000 for the information you're gonna learn, the tapping into the network of people and leveraging off the information they learned, that might
Right,
have took them 5, 10 years. And you
right.
could get that download just because you paid your $1,000 and you're part of that. Not only that, that's going to separate the bullshitters because people don't appreciate free. They don't.
Oh no,
You know
they
what I'm
don't.
saying? The people who are going to spend their money, the people who are going to spend their hard-earned money, those are the people that we want
That,
at the stock parties. Yo, you
that's
got to
right.
pull up to the DMV, big bro. When you pulling up,
Um, it could be soon, man. You know, I'm not too far from y'all, so it could definitely be around April and
okay,
shit. We can make something happen because, like
okay,
I got some business out there that I need to handle anyway. So that's not, like I said, that's
okay.
not far at all. We can make that really
And I'm
happen.
gonna look into the psychedelics, and I'm gonna get back to you on that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I already know it's legalized in
Okay,
Washington D.C. or Maryland, one of the two. You know, but I definitely appreciate y'all coming through and
okay.
chopping it up on a. You know what I mean? Hit me on my
I just
inbox.
bring
I'm gonna
something
send you
else.
some tickets for. I want y'all to be in the building.
All right, that's a bet, big bro. Appreciate you.
No
All
doubt.
right, man.
Salute
Love,
y'all. Stay up, man. Be
love and light.
yes, sir. All right. All right, family. I'm about to get out of here. Link is in the bio. We have a workshop tomorrow on Zoom from the hours of 9 p.m. until midnight. It will be it will be recorded. You will have access to the footage forever. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody who have already bought tickets that are going to be in the class. Shout out to everybody that was in the first workshop in January that's coming back. I appreciate y'all. And thank you everybody for being here, you know, on this late night video with me. Love and light. Y'all stay up. Y'all stay focused. you know, and like I said, and like I've been saying all night, the future is now. You know, there's really nothing to be super stressed about. I promise you, I shit you not. There's opportunity. It's so much opportunity. I'm stressed out because I don't have enough time to just tap into all of them. You know what I'm talking about? I'll be 88. You know what I mean? Chasing these motherfucking bags. That's the only thing that I'm stressed out is that I didn't get this shit at 18. You know what I mean? So, what's the class about? The class is about the passion economy, and the class is about identifying 100 income streams. It's presented by Stream Chasers. That's groups of us who are out here chasing our streams so we could taste our dreams. You know what I mean? Stream Chasers. Not being content with one income stream, not being content with two income streams, you know, arduously and aggressively pursuing multiple income streams and knowing they just not gonna fall in your lap, but identifying income streams and then going out and grabbing it by the horns because nobody told you that you can't do it. So that being said, love and light to y'all. Peace.